At 76 years old, Richard Gere has lived a life most actors can only dream of. As the magnetic force behind Hollywood's most beloved classics, he crafted performances that defined a generation. But behind the suave leading man image lies a shocking story of reinvention, sacrifice, and a quiet courage that cost him far more than fans ever realized. Welcome back to Royal Time of Hollywood. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on the truth behind Richard Gere's Hollywood ban, his late-in-life medical emergency, and the profound sacrifice he is making for his family today. The price of a conscience. Richard Gere's path to stardom wasn't handed to him. Born to a modest family in North Syracuse, he walked away from a gymnastics scholarship to pursue acting, spending a decade building his reputation brick by brick. By the 1980s, American Gigolo and An Officer and a Gentleman solidified his status as a permanent Hollywood icon. He could have spent decades harvesting the immense financial rewards of his fame. Instead, a 1978 trip to India and Nepal changed everything. Meeting Tibetan refugees struggling to survive floored him. Gere became a devout student of Tibetan Buddhism and a close friend of the Dalai Lama. But his convictions came with a brutal professional price. At the 1993 Academy Awards, Gere went entirely off-script, using his global platform to condemn the Chinese government's occupation of Tibet directly. The backlash from the industry was swift. The Academy banned him for 20 years, China banned him for life, and major Hollywood studios, terrified of losing access to the lucrative Chinese market, completely blacklisted him. Yet, Gere refused to apologize. He quietly surrendered his mainstream career, choosing small independent films over corporate silence. Love, Crisis, and A Continent Divided. While his career was reshaped by his conscience, his heart was completely rewritten in his late 60s when he met Alejandra Silva, a Spanish activist 33 years his junior. They married in 2018, and remarkably, Gere became a father again in his 70s, welcoming 2 young sons. But this late-stage happiness was quickly shadowed by fear. In 2023, while celebrating Alejandra's 40th birthday in Mexico, the entire family fell severely ill. Gere's condition deteriorated rapidly, resulting in an emergency overnight hospitalization for pneumonia. It was a fragile reminder of his mortality, leaving his family terrified. Thankfully, Gere recovered, and his gratitude manifested in the ultimate romantic sacrifice. In late 2024, Gere sold his beloved $10 million Connecticut estate and uprooted his entire life to relocate the family to Madrid. He told the public it was only fair to give his young wife years close to her own culture and family. Though they returned to the United States a year later to balance life with his eldest son, Homer, the cross-continental move proved that Gere had completely shed his untouchable Hollywood ego to become entirely available to those he loves. The true legacy. Today, Richard Gere has an estimated net worth of $120 million, but his choices have never been driven by wealth. At 76, he is still actively executive producing human rights documentaries and earning Lifetime Achievement Awards. He chose activism over access and love over image management. If this deeply emotional look at a Hollywood legend stuck with you, please like this video, subscribe to Royal Time of Hollywood, and hit the bell notification